Hello, welcome to this journey with the free spirit. This week we're moving on to the star. I absolutely love this card, and I'm discovering these meanings at a deeper level right alongside you. And I wanted to show you the traditional artwork for the star. This card is number 17 in the major arcana. And then I also want to show you the Doreen Virtue version of the card, which is also beautiful. This is the image that she has on the front of the Angel Tarot deck. Really beautiful. And additionally, just a little side note here, I'm going to show you the image. This is the card that my rug hooking instructor, Cindy Dwade, hooked as a project as part of a larger display of the major arcana, which is currently traveling around the country. And I want to show you a picture of that. She loves Hawaii, and so actually this image is really based on her love of Kauai particularly. So she did that that's all hooked with wools and a lot of detail. I just love it. So with the star, this is all about hope, renewal, spirituality, really a kind of a fresh look. It's very illuminating. And to me, flow is the biggest term that comes to mind when I think about this card. We're continuing to add what's really significant about the imagery is that with her pouring water into this little pool here, which she also has 1 foot in that pool, we're continuing to add to our spiritual depth, particularly after being with the Tower energy last week, which sits just before the star. We have the Tower, that things drastically change, or we have a change of perspective. And then what often happens when we go through those moments is we have this illuminated sense of purpose and direction. Things become a lot clearer after we clear away the debris that has fallen away. So as she's pouring the water into this little pool, there are new ripples and depths of our soul, really, that are coming through. This is very much Pisces energy. It's the very depths of our being, okay? Deep, deep in the heart, the soul. Meanwhile, she has another foot on the earth. So it is the balance of the intuitive with the earth plane, with taking action, taking those steps forward. It's really the divine masculine and feminine working together beautifully in this card. She's also pouring water onto the earth plane, and what's notable is there's 5 little rivers that come down, and that is supposed to represent the 5 human senses. So on this earth plane we have the 5 human senses, but then as we delve into our intuition, oh boy, there's so much more depth available there, and those become like ripples for us to really think and see different parts of our experience. Another piece that's important to note is she is, in the traditional artwork, the figure is always unclothed, is always naked, and that just shows that sometimes it takes vulnerability to really take steps forward and look deeper, to bring forth this greater sense of purpose and soul mission kind of work. The big star represents this soul alchemy, soul energy that we have gained after going through the Tower archetype. And then there are 7 stars, smaller stars, that represent the personal chakras. Again, it's like divine wisdom, like the biggest possible energy you can imagine, then coming to the human condition. The chakras we have 7 of them in our body, and that is how we literally process energy that we take into our body and then exude back out to create our experience. All the stars have 8 points, and the number 8 is related to strength and abundance. Abundance in all ways, and knowing that we have the ability to make that happen. So as we're, looking at this, we're really being called to have trust and faith in the universe as we take inspired action. I feel like I say this a lot in my work. It's the perfect combination. This card really notes a transition time in the major arcana for the free spirit, where, we've been through the battles, we've been through the challenge that the Tower and all the cards before it offered, and this is a new level of enlightenment that comes through. As we take inspired action in a very grounded and, organized way, the two can work really well together to then produce this perspective and these manifestations in our lives that we couldn't have dreamed of. I mean, this star is bigger than our dreams that we can even contemplate. And the universe truly has our back in that respect. So these are the questions that I'd like you to journal on this week. It was really clear to me. So if that star overhead were your compass, where would it be pointing you towards? And then looking at this pool here, which is your great intuition, your very deep intuition, as you look into the pool, what is being reflected back at you, given what you've just been through with the Tower and all along of our journey so far with the free spirit? What's being reflected back? So maybe you start with that question, what's being reflected back? And then where is this compass leading me next? If there's all these different directions, and you know what? None of them is a wrong direction. But where is your heart and your intuition leading you? And then knowing that you have the masculine energy on board with this groundedness, one foot on the earth, and you're engaging your senses to help you out, you can take that inspired action to lead you there. So this card has enormous wisdom behind it. And I think that's why Cindy ended up with that card to hook in her project. It's just so, it's a very shining kind of a energy to it that gives hope of a new day, and really the start of a brand new journey that is created based on higher and deeper consciousness. Okay, very expanded wisdom coming through. So until next week, enjoy this energy of the star. It is illuminating, to say the very least. Bye-bye.